All right. So here's the independent review committee. All right. So your request for appeal of the dismissed complaint against Dr. Michel Maridel. This will acknowledge receipt of your request for an appeal of the dismissed complaint against Dr. Doubt received February 25, 2025. This matter has been referred for review by an independent review committee. So the independent review committee consists of the following members. So number one is Dr. Douglas Roy. Right? Who's Dr. Douglas Roy? Well, to be honest, he seems like a pretty stand-up guy. Look at this guy here. So he's a legal aid. He was working at the legal aid. If you don't know, it's a state-funded, the defense counsel for the people that will qualify financially. Not necessarily indigent people, but people that are lesser than average financial resources or whatever. So the legal aid lawyer, he was working in the New Glasgow office, and he has some real trial experience, even up to second degree murder, right? So a very stand up guy. I mean, you can read this if you're interested, but I mean, the only thing that I'm worried about is is there any kind of conflicts? Well, look at his buddy over here. Oh, Gus Grant. Gus Grant, that's sure. Yeah, no doubt that they're enjoying fat steaks together. So this is DA Gus Grant, and he's the he's certainly a the CEO, if you will, of the big dog of the College of Physicians in Nova Scotia. So, is there any kind of conflict? Well, I don't necessarily see any, but it just says, your suggested friends or whatever. So that's the thing. Who knows? Who actually knows? But anyway, Doug Loy, I don't necessarily see any conflicts. I mean, do you? I mean, maybe, but maybe not, right? But I mean, I do not believe he would want to protect or drag his own reputation through the mud to protect some baby killing doctor. I mean that's my personal. I mean I don't know. I mean these people are all the society has become so warped, but that's the only thing that you can. See, he strives to have a reputation for excellence. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. He strives to have a reputation for excellence. So, as of now, I do believe he's okay. What about the next guy here? We got Dr. Newman, Colin Newman here. So, Dr. Newman is originally from Grand Falls, Windsor, in Newfoundland. He completed medical school in Memorial University in 2010 and residency training in family medicine in 2012. Since then, he has been working in a rural hospital in Twillingate, Newfoundland, where he did a mix of outpatient clinics, inpatient hospitalist care, emergency medicine, minor procedures, and house calls. Colin was attracted to the Annapolis, this is Nova Scotia, Canada, Annapolis Royal here. Annapolis County or Annapolis Royal is the name of the town. Collaborative practice because of the modern design of the practice, which incorporates comprehensive patient-focused medical care. In his free time, Colin likes to camp, kayak, and snowboard. So Colin, his wife, Anna Kate, a native Nova Scotian, and his two daughters, Grace and Sadie. Oh, well, that's pretty nice names. I got to admit that's a very very beautiful name for some daughters, and they are excited to join the beautiful community of Annapolis Royal. All right, so is this guy a conflict of interest? Well, I can't necessarily see any other than the fact that he himself prescribes abortifacient drugs. I mean that's the only conflict of interest that I could see. But we got a problem here. All right, here we got Dr. Rebecca Z, gynecologist. She's an OBGYN. Oh my goodness gracious. How can you possibly have Dr. Rebecca Z on this committee? She's the one that she's the whole the whole reason why this is here. She's a gynecologist. So is there a conflict? Well, it certainly appears that it would be. It certainly appears that it would be. Dr. Rebecca Z here has some Asian. She seems like an Asian ancestry and all that stuff, which is always cool. So half Chinese lady, which and I love Chinese people. Don't get me wrong, but China's society does strictly, forbid any kind of pro-life, talk at all. If you know anything about the freedom of speech in China, well, it's freedom to to go to the re-education camp, right? That's what they're free to do. If they even talk about pro-life, there's no Chinese pro-life over there, so you know, there's a few things that um, concern me here. So she's an OBGYN, so she's certainly not going to rule in favor of the complaint. She's going to do everything to uphold the dismissal, right? To uphold the dismissal. So there's certainly some concerns there. All right, so Dr. Sorry, Mr. Douglas Loy, he's a lawyer, and Colin Newman, a doctor, and Dr. Rebecca Z. I shouldn't have to worry so much that there's a conflict of interest and they should not participate in the review. But I do believe I have to craft a letter to suggesting there may be a conflict, or asking the question if there is a conflict within 7 days. Probably do that later today. So, is there a conflict? Well, you tell me. I mean, these are the people tasked with your oversight, and there could certainly be a conflict. I mean, is that how you're going to investigate complaints? First of all, you're investigating a complaint with no evidence, and you say, "Well, I didn't ask, the Dr. Michel for any evidence, but there's no evidence, so I'm going to dismiss the complaint." So you see some bad faith. I mean, there's bad faith there already, and I'm a little bit concerned here with these OBGYN here. That this gynecologist for sure is going to be of the idea that implantation is the starting of a pregnancy, but it certainly is not.